in the fight. Well, the whole world got sent home in timeout.
Yeah.
And we sent the kids home. How are the kids doing now that they're back and you see them? Is they treat the coach different than they teach other, it's the coach, the PE teacher, and the guidance counselor, kind of like different.
Yeah. It's been different. And I think our kids are still recovering from the pandemic. And, I went from seeing my guys every single day to not seeing them at all. And, that was very difficult. And, the mental toll that it took on not only me as a coach and my coaching staff, but our players and our students and our young people. And so, when we come back, it's a lot about the mental health aspect of it that you got to help them recover from, because it was a traumatic event that we went through, and it's like the world was shut down. And so, trying to get everybody back up to speed, and I think we're getting there. We're making progress, but we're not all the way back yet.
How did you keep the team together when everybody's at home?
Well, we just we communicated through an app that we have called Huddle, and that's all we can do. It's a sports app, where kids can put their highlights and we load film on, and I can send messages and we can communicate that way, and that's what we did for the time period that we weren't allowed to meet and be around each other. We had Zoom meetings, things like that, but that's all we could do. Just tell them that how much we care about them, and we'll all get through this together.
All righty. So we got the big sexy down, and then Nicholas, welcome to the program.
It's good to be here, sir.
Thank you. You know what? It's good. All right. So what position do you play?
I played left guard my junior year, center my senior year.
Okay. So the center, we always look at the center as the guy, he's down getting ready and he's pointing, telling people what to do. Like, look out for that guy. That's what you're doing?
Yeah, it came with a lot of responsibility because we had a new guy on the team, Wisdom, and we had to tell him where to go a decent amount of times. He was going to do the wrong thing, but later in the season, I didn't have to tell him where to go as much. So over the course of the season, I managed to help him learn while still being able to uphold my job.
So is it true that the center is the quarterback of the lineman?
Absolutely.
That's the center?
And that's why we put him there. Absolutely. In his junior year, he was a great guard for us. Nicholas Sample has one of the highest IQs of the game of football that I've been around.
So that's when they talk about a person that has a high football IQ.
Yeah, he understands not only his assignment, but everybody up front's assignment. He knows everybody's assignment for every play. And if the defense comes out in something different or they're blitzing a guy, he's able to make the calls and the checks. And we want our center to do that because he's the middle of the formation. He can see both sides, and he's able to speak to both sides of the line. And so that was one of the big factors in us moving Nick from guard to center this year, is because we knew that he was smart enough to handle it with his abilities. He would be able to tell everybody where to go, what to do, make any adjustments we need to make. Because sometimes, we practice a play and we practice against a certain defense. When we get into a game, they do something different. Or they'll blitz a guy here, or they'll stun a guy here. He was able to see that, pick that up, and before the ball snapped, he's able to make that adjustment so that we have a positive play instead of a negative play.
All right, Nicholas, let's talk about the fun stuff in the locker room. How is Coach's his speeches? Okay, the pregame speech. How is he?
I would say they're fun, but he made it have a tone of seriousness to where we had to make sure that we came out and fired off on all cylinders, or else we knew it wasn't going to be a good day for us.
Okay, so when I was in the Army for a long time, so I understand when it's not going to be a good day.
Yeah.
So now you're fired up, you come out, first half doesn't go exactly like you want. What's Coach like when you come back to the locker room then?
We would come into the locker room, we would pretty much make our adjustments, and we would go ahead and talk about what we could do better, and he would just have us improve upon those as the game went on.
I wasn't a big no, sometimes yes. But a lot of times at halftime, and I think Hopewell's known for this, our halftime adjustments. We do a great job. And first off, I have a great coaching staff.
And so what's the hardware, man? How are you going to roll up in here without talk about what you got on your hand?
This is our state championship ring from 2019. And so, yeah, we had one from 2017 and 2019. This is the 2019 ring, where we won a state championship and went 15-0. And